Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us for our final webinar series or our final webinar of the webinar series. Tonight, we are talking about mapping your career journey, and we appreciate you taking the time to tune into this exciting conversation. Next slide, please. Before we begin, we always like to kind of reference all of the webinars we've offered this fall. We do have a QR code for you to scan if it's easier to access the website that the recordings and the presentations where they're posted. So you can see visuals of the flyer that we have and then also what the website looks like so you know you're in the right place. So we hope you can access the information from the UC admissions webinar, private and out-of-state college admissions webinar, financial aid, which was a few weeks ago, and then tonight, mapping your career journey. So the presentation and recording for tonight will be posted hopefully by tomorrow afternoon or early Friday morning. Next slide, please. And during our webinar tonight, we invite you to interact with us through the Q&A feature. So on the bottom of the screen, you'll see a few different icons. And the one that says Q&A will allow you to ask our list of panelists a question, and we will respond to you through the icon. We will do a live Q&A session at the very end of the webinar, and we will pull the most commonly asked questions throughout the evening and have a live conversation about those. But we hope that you will use that feature to ask questions throughout our presentations. Next slide, please. And tonight we're excited to introduce our list of panelists, and these awesome people are here to talk about the different career programs that their programs offer, and we'll get into the details in a little bit. From the University of Idaho, Cynthia Schumacher. She's actually unable to be here tonight, but we are presenting on her behalf. And we're really excited to see and learn about the different programs University of Idaho offers. And then from MiraCosta College, we have Wally Perez, and we're excited that Wally can join us to talk about the different programs that MiraCosta offers within the biotechnology department. Fun fact, MiraCosta offers a 2-year degree and a 4-year degree in biotechnology, which is really unique for a community college campus. So we want to highlight that. And then Sarah Simpson is here from the Electrical Training Institute. And this is a really exciting opportunity for our students that are interested in going directly into a trade or going into an apprenticeship. So she will share information about that. And then Fernando is here from the Savannah College of Art and Design to talk about a 4-year college that offers a specialized career-related program. So his program is the art and design. So Fernando will give us a glimpse of what life is like at SCAD. And then we're also excited to have Carolyn Lee. She's one of our counselors in our district, and she works with our online learning program students. So she will share information on behalf of University of Idaho and also about our career research program named Zello. And then Sarah O'Clession, who's our TOSA Inclusion, Intervention, and Outreach. And she will speak on behalf of our students with exceptional needs and talk about different resources that we have. And I'm Jamie Canberra, our counselor and special assignment of college and career readiness. And I will speak on behalf of our early college credit program and kind of fill in the gaps. And at the end, I will find I'll share the resources that we have for you to review so you can kind of do a deeper dive on the information we shared tonight. Next slide, please. All right, we're going to start with just an overview of our district early college credit program. And the reason we like to share this is we have career pathways in San Diego. And this is CTE, which many of you may have heard of. They're sequence courses that we offer at our 4 comprehensive high schools. And these are classes that are specifically taught by teachers who have credentials and industry experience in the pathways that they teach. The purpose of these classes is to provide our students with information and access and experience on these career pathways with the intention that they may want to pursue something similar once they graduate from high school. And so for students who are a completer of that pathway, they have more experience than a traditional high school graduate, but less experience, of course, than like a 4-year degree. So they kind of have that middle skill. And the goal is they will either go directly to a community college to continue pursuing the career education, or they could go directly to a 4-year college to continue pursuing a major that they've selected, or they could go directly into the industry by either attending a trade program or apprenticeship, or just on their own with training within the company. So there's a lot of different points of entry, and we want to highlight that information here. So next slide, please. We wanted to begin. We have a lot of CTE pathways that are taught with the intention of the alignment of programs at MiraCosta. So MiraCosta is our local community college, and we are one of the high school districts in their service area. So we really work with them very closely, and we want to align our coursework so that our students that continue to MiraCosta can have a seamless transition. So some of our pathways that I talked about, the CTE pathways that are offered in our district high schools that align directly with MiraCosta are listed on this slide. So architectural design is a program we offer at SDA. Artificial intelligence, AI, very hot topic all the time lately. That is a program that all of our high schools offer through their engineering program. Auto technology, Torrey Pines High School and SDA have a really strong auto tech program, and MiraCosta has a great auto tech program. Business management is always really popular. So LCC and Torrey Pines and CCA all have a business management pathway. And we'll talk about this in the next slide, but a lot of the courses do align with MiraCosta classes for early college credit. Biotechnology, we're going to hear from Wally tonight about the biotechnology program at MiraCosta, and we offer a biotechnology pathway at Canyon Crest Academy. We have child development that class is offered at La Costa Canyon and Torrey Pines, and MiraCosta has a strong child development program. A lot of students that continue there do go on to be preschool teachers, or they go on to get to Cal State San Marcos often to get their teaching credential. Computer science is another strong pathway in our high schools and also offered at MiraCosta. Digital art and graphic design, and then professional theater. Next slide, please. This slide shows a very small font list. It's probably hard to read, but you can see the list is very long of all the early college credit classes we offer by high school. So this means our students can take college coursework in high school in one of three ways. They can either enroll in a high school class that has a credit by exam agreement, and this means that the students get high school credit on their high school transcript, and then they also have the option to apply for college credit. And if they earn an A or a B in the class and on the final exam or project, then they will earn the college credit. We have agreements with Grossmont College for culinary, Palomar College for welding and film, and state and screen printing, and then MiraCosta College for all of our other programs, business, digital art and design, auto tech. So it's a really strong program. Dual enrollment is growing, and many of you may have already heard about it, but that means it's a high school course that 100% aligns completely with a college course. And in our district, that looks like our high school teachers who qualify as community college faculty teach the class during the school day on the high school campus. So students earn the high school credit on the high school transcript, and then again, they have the option to enroll in the college credit. So biotechnology at CCA, for example, is one of the dual enrollment agreements. Same with professional theater at La Costa Canyon High School is one of our dual enrollment agreements with Dramatic Arts 105. And then concurrent enrollment means that our students can take college courses at any time during the summer, after school, outside of school hours, and they enroll separately on their own through any California community college. It is recommended that they talk to their high school counselor to get approval if they'd like the credit to be transferred back to their high school transcript. But some students just take classes on their own for their own knowledge, either to enrich something they're interested in or to fulfill a graduation requirement. So if it's to fulfill a graduation requirement, students do need to get approval from their counselor to make sure they're picking the right course. But it's a growing program, and a lot of our students do take advantage of taking high school courses or college courses at the community college. Next slide, please. And now I'm excited to pass it off to Carolyn to introduce Zello to us.
Next slide, please. So as Jamie said, I'm Carolyn Lee. I am a counselor that supports the online learning program, both from a school counselor lens of academic, college, career, and social emotional support, and then also support the program as a counselor on special assignment. Just helping the program run for day to day. I am here though to talk first and foremost about Zello, which is a new software tool that we have that we're really excited about offering our students this resource this year. All of the comprehensive high schools will be rolling Zello out and or have started to roll Zello out in the last, probably, I would say 3 to 4 weeks. And Zello is a platform that students can research career, but they can also research college. I have had the privilege of working in our district for over 20 years, both as a teacher and as a counselor. And during that time, have spent those 20 years helping kids prepare for life after high school and college and career research. And I've taken a ton of these career assessments and matchmaker tools, and I've never really loved the outcomes. I've seen pros and cons to them. And Zello is the first time I went in and did these assessments myself before sharing them with my students. And I literally turned to my boss the next day and was like, I think I found a new career that I like even more than my own. It came up with real practical type careers, and there's 3 assessments that all ninth and 10th graders will be introduced to in our district this year. But any of our students are welcome to take those career assessments. And as you take those assessments, it continues to narrow down matches and help students find matches that would be really good, both for their personality types and for what they might be interested in with a career. One of the other pieces I love about these career profiles that they provide is that they give really real world evidence. So, yes, students can create resumes or build a portfolio of the work they've already done, maybe through their CTE pathways or on their own in the district, and they can make academic and career plans. But if we go to the next slide, they can also look up a career or choose a career from their matchmaker, and they're going to get a wealth of information, not just a description of what that job is, but like what are the actual tasks that somebody does. I think sometimes we have an idea of what a job is, but then what the work actually entails can be very different. So there's core tasks. It talks about the environment, the workplace environment, which I think is really great, and the conditions. Sometimes students are like, I don't know that I want a cubicle setting, or I really want to work outside, or, it really starts to get into not just theoretically what this job is, but what's the practicality of what does it look like. They also can look at nationwide earnings. They can look at education and training that might be needed for that career. And what I like about that is then if they say, okay, this is a career path that I think is absolutely for me, what certifications or degrees might I need? And they can click right into where is that offered? What are all of the, trade schools, the community colleges, the four-year colleges where I can pursue getting the additional information and training I might need. So I really love the Zello platform. I'm very excited to see it continue to grow in our district. Students can access it from their my.stuhsd.net start page. And if they go down on the left-hand side, there's some tabs. And if they click on Clever, they'll see an icon for Zello. And all of our students in the district have access to it already. Like I said, our 9th and 10th graders will all specifically be getting trainings on this fall. But all of our students can access this. They can all go to their counselor and say, hey, I started doing these assessments and I would like some more information on blank. And their high school counselor would love to have those conversations. These are the conversations we so enjoy as a high school counselor, of doing that post high school planning and really diving into what does that look like. So that's Zello. You will continue to hear about it over the next several years. I have the pleasure of filling in for Sydney with the University of Iowa or University of Idaho. Sorry, I'm a University of Iowa grad, so it just rolls right off the tongue. I am talking though about University of Idaho. And they have some really cool 4-year campus programs, 4-year degree programs that very much tie into, if we can go to the next slide, career technical education type programs that might be in alignment with maybe things that students started studying while in STUHSD. So they have, as a university, over 300 degree program options, but specifically when it comes to career technical education, they have everything from agriculture to arts and designs, going into the business world or education world, looking at engineering or getting into the sciences, social sciences. But if we go to the next slide, what's so special about what Idaho does is the experiential learning side of things. So they're really focused on learning by doing is very much their mission. And so for every single undergraduate degree that exists, they have a built-in required or optional experiential learning opportunity. So this is not just theoretical classroom learning, but they can really get their hands on what the work is and make sure that it's a good fit for them. They also offer a co-op program where students can alternate from having their education happen in the classroom to spending 6 to 12 months working full time in the real world, in the field which they are pursuing a degree in. And what's great about a co-op program like this is that then when a student graduates, earns their degree, and they're putting out their resume for their first job, they have the added benefit of having real life job experience related to their career fields that they can put on their resume, which puts them sometimes a step above other students who may be coming straight out of college, but without that work experience. And they also have included here where a link where you can go to their webpage and check out some of their students' experiential learning experiences. Let's take a look at the next slide. Just talking about getting into the University of Idaho, some good admissions information overview. So for any student who is applying with a GPA, an unweighted GPA of 3.0 to 4.0, an SAT nor ACT is required. So neither an SAT or ACT is required with an unweighted GPA of 3.0 or above. Students can certainly submit those test scores if they have them because they can help with academic placing in math and English, but not required. If they have a high school GPA unweighted between a 2.6 and a 2.99, they would need to provide either an ACT or an SAT. And they have the scores listed there of what would be required. For students below that with a GPA of 2.3 or 2.59 unweighted, they can still be admitted. They're just going to get some additional services, which is awesome, with peer mentoring, academic advising, coaching, and seminars for academic success. So I think that's an amazing opportunity available to those students. So that's a little bit about the University of Idaho. And I now have the pleasure of passing the torch over to Wally from MiraCosta.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wally, and I'm one of the instructors at the BTech program. So as the slide mentioned here, we offer degrees anywhere from Certificate of Achievement, which is approximately 1 year of college, to associate degrees. We're talking about 2 years of college. And then, as mentioned here, a 4-year degree. It's pretty new. We started to offer a bachelor's degree in science with a focus on biomanufacturing in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So if you can go to the next slide. Yeah, so for the biomanufacturing bachelor's degree, as I mentioned, it's a 4-year degree, and it requires students to complete the lower division biotechnology coursework. This is basically completing your associate degree in biomanufacturing or biotechnology. With that, you will be completing all of the prerequisites in order to apply for the bachelor. So what students usually do is that they go into their associate degrees, they finish that, and as they're finished, they apply for the bachelor's program. So in reality, the bachelor's program is their 3rd and 4th year for the most part. The bachelor's in biomanufacturing is focused on production and process understanding. So as mentioned before, one of the strengths of the program is that students get a lot of hands-on experience. We usually meet with the industry advisors once per year, and we have this meeting in order to ask them what are the current skills and what are their needs as a workforce. And with that information, we actually sort of modify the classes and make sure that we are using the equipment that they need, and we also teaching students the skills that employers value the most. So here, the cost of the 4-year program is about $8,000. Another thing to mention is that we have been working in order to provide free access for reference book in mostly all the classes on the bachelor's degree, as well as different scholarships for students. So yeah, if you can go to the next slide. So here is a interesting program overview. So as I mentioned before, students can go into, for example, a certificate of achievement in research and development. They could do an associate degree in research and development. And then moving forward, you could enroll in the biomanufacturing bachelor's degree. There's also an associate degree in biomanufacturing that students can finish and then transfer to any other college. There is a certificate of achievement in biomanufacturing and also a certificate of achievement in bioprocess technology. So for the most part, you can either go and learn about research and development, or you can focus more into the production side of operation, which is what we call biomanufacturing. So that being said, you can move on to the next slide. So here is an overview of some of the classes that students will take. In blue are some of the prerequisites, not prerequisites, sorry, some of the elective classes. So for example, if a student is doing an associate degree, they have the opportunity to select 2 of these 6 highlighted here in blue. QC, PCR, and DNA sequencing are in progress. So they're going to be offering soon. And then bioprocessing 221 and 222. These 2 classes are basically all about upstream and downstream processes. They include a lecture portion and a lab portion. So during the lab portion, students are going to be using very unique equipment in order to practice their upstream and downstream skills. So for the most part, they also gonna need the 1 year of general education. And after that, they will, like I mentioned before, continue with the either certificate or associate program. Once you finish your associate, then you're able to apply for the bachelor's in order to complete that 3rd and 4th year. So again, here are different, like I said before, different classes that the students are going to be required to take. So if you can move on to the next slide, please. So now we move out of the actual certificate of achievement and associate degrees. This is specifically for the bachelor's program. So the bachelor's program have 2 main components. One of them will be bioprocessing. The other one will be classes that are related to quality and regulatory. So for the bioprocessing side, there are many classes that touches on upstream, downstream bioprocessing. For these classes, they're going to have a lecture portion and a hands-on portion or lab activities where they're going to practice with different equipment and different processes. Bioprocess monitoring and control is a class that we basically design in order for students to understand the automation side of operations. So basically, during operations, you will use a lot of sensors and different equipment. How can you automate those equipment in order to make the process more efficient? So that's a really unique class, and it's specifically available for the bachelor's degree students. Design of experiment, it's another branch of science, and this class is focused on DOE entirely. Then biomanufacturing facilities, critical utilities, processes, and equipment is a class where students learn basically everything from how would you design the building that you're gonna use for production, all the way to equipment, processes, and the utilities that you need in order to be able to generate a product for the most part. The capstone seminars in biomanufacturing technologies, this is a class where we invite industry experts to come and do different seminars from different technologies used in bioprocessing. Then jumping into the quality and regulatory aspects of the bachelor's degree, this advanced topic in quality assurance and regulatory affairs. For this class, we touch a lot on ICH regulations for the most part. So students go over all of the ICH regulations, they learn about them and work on different projects related to that. And then method in quality improvement, investigation, and audit. This is a class that we actually use one of the AASQ handbooks in order for students to learn about process improvement. They learn about CAPA investigations, and so on. So it's a very quality oriented class. Students in the bachelor's also take a Six Sigma and Lean Manufacturing. With this class, they also get certified as a green belt for Six Sigma. So it's a very valuable class, especially for the industry. And then supply chain and enterprise resource planning is another class as part of the bachelor's degree, obviously specifically for supply chain. And then the other capstone, or the capstone seminar in quality and regulatory affairs, it's another class where we invite industry experts in quality to come talk to students about their experience for the most part, and students as well works in their capstone projects for the most part. So I think that's a good overview of all of the programs at MiraCosta. Thank you.
All right. So, hi, my name's Sarah. I'm here representing the Electrical Training Institute. I am a licensed electrician here in San Diego, and I went through this apprenticeship program myself. If you can go to the next slide. So who we are. So the Electrical Training Institute is the trade school for the apprenticeship program. We are the training arm of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, our local union. So here in San Diego, we're local 569. We have almost 4,000 members here and about 1 million internationally. NECA, those are the contractors that we work for. So here in San Diego, we have about 300 contractors that we work with. So it is a partnership between the IBEW, which is our union, and NECA, our contractors, that create the Electrical Training Institute. Next slide. So what is an apprenticeship? So with our apprenticeship, it is full job placement with paid on-the-job training. So apprentices get paid for every hour that they work as an apprentice. They are paired with experienced professionals in the field. So on the electrical side, as an apprentice, it is a 1-to-1 ratio of 1 journeyman to 1 apprentice. So apprentices will never work by themselves. They are working underneath and with the skilled professionals every day while getting paid to go to work. As well as a free education and continuing education. So the apprenticeship program goes to school. You work Monday through Friday, a regular schedule, generally 6 a.m. to about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and 2 nights a week they come to school. So the educational portion of it is completely free. It doesn't cost anything. We also get college credits. We are partnered with Palomar College. So while going to school with the apprenticeship program, you're actually receiving college credits from Palomar. We also offer certifications and licensing. So excuse me. Next slide, please. So right here, I just kind of broke down going to college versus an apprenticeship program. So I looked up the average cost of college in the 2023-24 school year was about $28,000 a year. So just for a bachelor's degree, you're looking at around $100,000 of costs to go to school, not including your books, living expenses, room and board, anything else. And the average college graduate here in San Diego makes about $26 an hour or about $55,000 a year. With the apprenticeship program, you're actually getting paid to learn. So year 1, you're making money, and year 2, you're making more, 3, 4, and so on as you go through the program. As well as that associate's degree that we get from a Palomar College. You're looking at coming out of the apprenticeship making money rather than spending a lot of money on education that may or may not get you a career afterwards. Next slide, please. So the benefits of the apprenticeship program, so professional development, it is all hands-on training, certification, and specialized training. So with the education that we get, it is not coming to the classroom, reading books, or writing reports, or anything like that. The classes we are taking are all directly related to the job we are doing in the field. While you're in the field, you're learning how to be an electrician, you're learning how to do the job that we're doing. And then in the classroom, we're diving deeper into why we build the things the way that we do, the code requirements, we're able to take things apart and understand how they're actually working. Financial advantages, it is completely tuition free. It costs nothing to go to our program, and you're getting paid to go to work and learn. It is a pathway to become a journeyman in a job that is a high demand skill, completely transferable, and there's a lot of mobility. So with my license that I earned through the IBEW program, if I decide that I want to leave California and move somewhere else, all I have to do is contact another IBEW in the area that they're in, which we are all over United States, Canada, Mexico, Guam. We're all over. I just transfer my license to another IBEW and I can go work anywhere in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. We are also associated with the union, which means even as an apprentice, you're getting full benefits for you and your entire family. And all of that is of no cost to you. So the pay that you're actually getting paid will be your take-home pay. Your benefits are taken care of before you get paid. So full access to benefits for you and your entire family. We have pensions, and then we also make sure that we work on safe job sites. Next slide, please. So the minimum requirements to even apply for the apprenticeship program, you do have to be 18 years old. You do have to graduate from high school and have completed Algebra 1 with a valid driver's license, social security card. We also do testing. So for us, we need to make sure that you are able to pass an algebra and English comprehension test in order to move on in the process of our apprenticeship program. Next slide, please. So we have 3 different apprenticeships. So we are the electrical arm, and we have 3 different classifications that you can apply for. So the first one will be, next slide, please, will be our sound technician program. So these are our telecommunications. They're the ones working on everything that's going to be like fiber optics, wireless access points. They're building the internet. They're doing security systems, camera systems, fire alarm systems, nurse call systems. And as you can see, the pay scale here, the way that this works is as an apprentice, as you're working and you're going through your classes, it's based on a percentage of what the journeymen are being paid. So this program is going to be a 4-year program. So you'll take 2 semesters of education a year, and you can see there's incremental increases in pay. So as long as you're going to work and you're going to school and you're passing your classes, these incremental increases in pay are guaranteed to you. Next slide. This next one is going to be our intelligent transportation. There are streetlight techs. So they are doing everything that is outside the footprint of a building. So they're the ones you're seeing on the freeways. They're building the trolleys. They're doing all of the pedestrian controls, streetlights, traffic signaling, anything that would be outside the footprint of a building or what they're doing. This one is also a 4-year program, and as you can see, broken down the pay scale that they have right now. And then the next slide. And then inside wireman program, this is the one that I went through. I'm a general electrician. So we are the ones building all the buildings. So we do all big commercial work, commercial and industrial work. So we're building the power plants, the airports, the schools, the hospitals, restaurants, casinos, the dorms. We're building anything large scale around your community. It is all power distribution. We're doing new builds, we're doing upgrades, we are doing troubleshooting, testing, commissioning of projects, anything that would require wiring within a building. This one, again, is a 5-year program. So as long as you're successfully going to work and making progress in the field and you're passing your classes, those incremental increases in pay are guaranteed to you. And right now, a journeyman inside wireman is making almost $59 an hour. And like I said before, with the apprenticeship and even as a journeyman, all of your benefits and everything are taken care of before you ever get paid. So every dollar that we make is on our paycheck. Nothing is taking out of that for healthcare. Next slide. So we have some opportunities for preparing for the apprenticeship program. I highly recommend this, especially for people coming out of high school. We have a pre-apprenticeship program that we do. No experience necessary. It's 4 weeks of hands-on training. Within this pre-apprenticeship program, we go through every tool you would see on a job site, every hand tool and power tool. Sorry. Every hand tool and power tool, and get you certified on all those things you would see on a job site. We go over expectations of a job, what to expect when you get to the field. You get a bunch of certifications on, again, all the tools you're going to see: scissor lifts, boom lifts, CPR certification. And we also earn a little stipend while going through this program. I'm sorry. It is completely free to go through it. You just have to get in contact with us a couple months beforehand, especially if you're coming out of high school. We offer it generally a couple times during the summer, and then we have done it about 4 or 5 times throughout the year. But it is a good way to kind of, no pressure, learn the tools of the trade, get some certifications, starting to understand job sites and how they work. And this gets you ready to pick up an entry-level job. So entry-level opportunities are open as long as you're 18 years old with a valid driver's license. No experience necessary. Every entry-level job would be full-time. It comes with benefits. You start to get health and welfare benefits for you and your family, pensions, and guaranteed wage increases along the way as well. This is a good way to go out into the field and see what it is we actually do. See what it is that you're getting yourself into, or what you think you're getting yourself into. Like I said, those are those 3 classifications that we have: the inside wireman, the sound technician, and the streetlight techs. They're all 3 completely different programs, and entry-level work is a good way to get out there, get your feet wet, try out the electrical trade, and also see what the other trades are doing. You're going to be on these job sites with a lot of other people, and it's a good way to get out there, try it out, and see if construction is really the right place for you. You can go to the next slide. So, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fernando Tapakti Jr., and I am the Enrollment Events Manager for the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I am very excited to talk to you about the University for Creative Careers.
To me, SCAD is the catalyst of potential for myself and for the people around me.
You have this wonderland that is SCAD, where you have all these resources to execute your wildest dreams.
SCAD to me is this pot of gold of inspiration.
SCAD is where the future of all creative industries is reimagined. Our graduates not only know how to excel in their industries, but they know how to innovate and create change.
Our students are able to shoot in locations they have never been able to access. With the 2 LED volumes, we're training our students on this environment so they can lead the conversations in this industry.
I had never seen anything like that before. It's really just the foundation of how to build a business and how to be an entrepreneur.
SCAD is where creativity knows no bounds. It's where imagination and passion come together to inspire and innovate.
The resources are endless. As a student, I really took advantage of those resources to absorb as much knowledge as I could.
SCAD definitely is the best place to be.
It's like an actor's paradise, a filmmaker's paradise. You get access to everything and makes me want to go to school here.
I'm on my way to my dream career because of SCAD.
I love everything that SCAD represents. The curriculum, the programs, the facilities here, just the whole culture. It's absolutely incredible.
SCAD gave me the foundation that I needed, and it really built me up to the person that I am today. Once you're a SCAD bee, you're forever a SCAD bee.
Next slide, please. SCAD offers a major and minor for every career goal, with more programs and specializations than any other U.S. design university, including 29 STEM designated programs. SCAD students in STEM fields like game development, applied AI, and graphic design are shaping the future of their industries. Next slide, please. A 2024 study found that 99% of recent SCAD graduates were employed, pursuing further education, or both within the year of graduation. Next slide, please. SCAD offers 2 summer programs for high school students. Summer Seminars, a week-long program for freshmen, sophomores, and juniors to explore art and design through hands-on workshops. There's also Rising Star, a 4-week college credit program for rising seniors with college-level courses and portfolio development guided by SCAD faculty. Both programs are offered in Atlanta and Savannah. As the enrollment events manager, I help plan experiences like visiting the Georgia Aquarium or the Koch Museum in Atlanta or Tybee Island or riding the historic Georgia Queen in Savannah. Next slide, please. Here are some of our dates for our pre-college programs. Applications are open now. Next slide, please. Seniors who are ready to apply, here are some of our admission requirements and what we're looking for in our students. Strong academics, creativity, and involvement. Final junior transcripts, grades 9 through 11th. Submit official high school transcripts. Achievement profile, showcases awards, leadership, and activities. Letters of recommendation from teachers or mentors supporting your potential. SCAD offers rolling admission. Applications are reviewed on a year-round basis, so please do not wait. I have given Ms. Jamie Canberra a promo code to waive the undergraduate application fee, so if you are interested, please reach out to her. Next slide, please. To apply, plan a visit, or learn more, go to scad.edu/visit. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you all for having me, and I'll pass it along to Sarah.
Thank you so much, Fernando. I will be talking about a great resource that we have, and this is a document that provides guidance and resources for families of individuals with exceptional needs navigating the transition to adulthood. Various programs help students with both their academic needs and their social and recreational needs. For example, the College Internship Program and the College Living Experience. Some colleges offer specialized support programs for students with developmental disabilities. For example, the Redwood Seed Scholars Program at UC Davis and Wayfinders at Fresno. The Department of Rehabilitation and Regional Center clients are also eligible for a College to Career program, which is a partnership with select community colleges and the Department of Rehabilitation to serve individuals with intellectual disabilities and autism. One of the areas I want to highlight on this graphic is the education and training section. This is a live PDF and anything bolded is clickable. That section provides resources for colleges and universities, trade schools, and inclusive post-secondary institutions. Some colleges and universities in the United States offer specialized programs to help students with learning disabilities. These programs provide personalized attention, accommodations, and resources to help students with a range of learning challenges, including dyslexia, ADHD, and other learning disabilities. On this list, you'll find some of the top colleges in the United States with learning disability programs, including links to their learning disability programs offices. College learning disability programs offer many benefits for students with learning disabilities. These programs provide a supportive and inclusive environment where students can access specialized resources, accommodations, and services to help them succeed academically and personally. Think College features information on 361 post-secondary education programs for students with intellectual disabilities. And TradeSchools.net helps find an academic or vocational program at a college or trade school that can help you provide your desired career. This is an amazing resource. We also will have it linked on our website. And thank you so much. I'm going to pass it back.
Thank you, Sarah, and thanks to all of our presenters tonight. The information you've shared is so widespread and unique to your programs, which is exactly what we were hoping for. So thank you so much. And I know Fernando mentioned before I get into this event you see, he mentioned a fee waiver code, and I was trying to include it in the Q&A, and I can't for some reason. So I will include it on the slide for SCAD, and when we have our presentation posted, you'll be able to access it there. But verbally, I would like to give it to you tonight. So if you're interested in applying to SCAD, the fee waiver code is PROS2526. And that's for undergraduate admissions fee waivers. So you can always email me if you would like the code again, but I just wanted to clarify if anyone's listening, the code is available. We will also share it with our high school counselors so they have access as well. And now transitioning, all of the information we shared tonight is, of course, career focused, and many of the programs include a college journey. And we in our district really like to combine the two. College and career is everything considered post-secondary for our students. When our students leave high school, we know many of them will go to college and then pursue a career. Some will go directly into a career, but all of their journeys culminate with that career piece. So our college and career night is on April 21st, 2026, quite a few months away for you to plan and schedule your time to attend. But this is such a great opportunity to come visit with usually over 180 to 200 college and career programs, the military, international campuses, 2-year programs, 4-year programs. We have a post-secondary resource fair for students with disabilities, moderate to severe disabilities that are pursuing a certificate of completion. So we have a really something for everyone, and it is designed that way that each student in our district can attend and find a plan for themselves after high school. So we just hope you save the date. It'll be hosted at MiraCosta College San Alejo campus, which is actually in our district boundaries off of Manchester Avenue. And we will have information sessions starting at 4 o'clock and going until 7 o'clock. And then we will also have the traditional college and career fair from 4:30 to 6:30. So if you have any questions, you can scan the QR code, and we have a website that'll be updated regularly with that information. Next slide, please. And we have a page of resources. So all of the hyperlinks here will connect to the different programs that you heard from tonight. So we have a link to our district CTE pathways that I talked about, our early college credit program with that complete list that you saw that was very small, but you can kind of look at it on your own. I will say one of our dual enrollment classes does connect to the biotech pathway that Wally spoke about. Biotech 107 was on the list of courses. So that is one of the classes that our students can take through dual enrollment in high school, which is awesome to show how that allows a student to get a jump start on that biotech pathway if they transition to MiraCosta. We also have linked the University of Idaho, their website, which links to all of those 300 majors that students can explore. And I think what's really important to note that Carolyn shared is that 6 to 12 month co-op opportunity where students can go directly into the workforce for that limited amount of time to ensure that their major is really what they want to pursue. The Electrical Training Institute, we have their website with all of that amazing information that Sarah shared. It's really such a great opportunity for a lot of our students, and many of you are probably aware, but more and more of our students are interested in planning to participate in an apprenticeship or into the full-time program that Sarah shared. We also have listed the MiraCosta College Biotechnology website, so all of the details that Wally shared, you can dive deeper. Then the Savannah College of Art and Design that Fernando shared, there's so much information, and that is more of a traditional application process with including letters of rec. And so our students should definitely talk to their high school counselor or teachers. If they're doing a portfolio, just really read through the website to ensure they're meeting the requirements and the deadlines, and it is ongoing. So that's a good resource to reference. We also have linked the MiraCosta College Student Accessibility Services. So Sarah spoke on behalf of our students with exceptional needs. MiraCosta is just one example of a college that offers support for a lot of students in different ways. So that's under the umbrella of their student accessibility service. Every college in the country offers some sort of support in some way. So if you're looking for information on that, you can always Google the college name, student support services, and it will usually lead you to where you'd like to go. And then finally, we linked the district website again for our college and career night coming up on April 21st. Next slide, please. This slide shows all of the information for all of the contact information for our presenters tonight, and this will also be posted on the website that I shared that has the presentation slides, so you can access those. I see Fernando's is cut off on the bottom. So please, if you're looking for Fernando's contact information, we can make sure that's included on the presentation slide that we post. Next slide, please. And now we'd like to go through just a few minutes of Q&A. We didn't have any questions tonight, which I think is the first time ever. And I think that means that our presenters were so thorough that no one had any longstanding questions. So I have a few I was going to ask, and anyone else on the panel, if you have questions, Sarah or Carolyn, if you'd like to ask our presenters any information, please feel free. I thought I'd start with Sarah with the Electrical Training Institute. If you have any kind of, I guess, opinion on the type of student that does well within the trade setting, is there anything that students who are in high school, like a traditional student profile potentially, that you've noticed is like something that a student can really transition easily into that setting?
Somebody who kind of knows their limitations, like they understand, they're not afraid to ask questions. Somebody who is willing to make mistakes, because that is fully a part of the apprenticeship program, and that is perfectly fine. You're there to learn, you're there to make mistakes, you're there to become an electrician, right? All the trades are going to be the same. We're just looking for people who are not afraid to fail, are there to work every single day, because you do have to come to work every single day, and understand that you do have to go to school and all that stuff and all of that. So we need people that are going to be dedicated to the program, dedicated to the educational portion of it, because you have to go to work every day, you have to go to school every day, and you do have to take this seriously.
Which would connect well to their high school attendance and practicing those sorts of skills in high school.
Because there is no, just so people know, there is no coming to work late. There's no coming to class late. If you don't go to work and you don't go to school, you do get kicked out of our program. So I just want to make sure that the people that are getting into this are going to take this opportunity seriously and look at it as more of a scholarship, that it is a job that you're given. It is an education that we are paying for. But the expectation is you're going to show up every single day. You're going to make progress. You're going to learn. You're going to fail a little bit, and that's okay.
Thank you. That makes a ton of sense, and it's good to hear that from you directly. Carolyn, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was hoping to hear from Wally at MiraCosta how students can get admitted or apply directly to that four-year degree. Can they apply directly? Do they need to do prerequisites? Would love to learn a little more.
Yeah, for sure. So always, all of the prerequisites are listed in the actual website, but the applications are open. They're gonna close in November, but yeah, it's encouraged for everyone with at least your general education courses approved to apply to the bachelor's. And yeah, the applications are gonna be open until November for the most part. I also forgot to mention that every year we accept a cohort of 30 students for that bachelor's degree program, and then those students move throughout the bachelor's together. And all the classes that they need are already laid out for them. So it's a pretty unique format of the bachelor's program. Yep.
Wonderful, thank you.
I have a question for Fernando at SCAD. Fernando, you did a great job of explaining the requirements for students who apply. When you're considering your student applicants, how would you say, like compared test scores versus portfolio, like basically the creativity side versus the traditional high school application side, is it equally important? Is one more than the other? What would be your recommendation for students to focus on?
Yeah, I would say we look at both equally. I think, the biggest thing for us is that we understand that students are not coming to us as a finished product. They are going to learn and grow with us, and we understand that. If you come to us as a finished product, then maybe there's no need, We understand that there are skills that you need to develop through your creativity, and we want to help foster that. So we look at both of those categories very equally. Both are very important to us, but we also understand that we're going to help you get to where you need to go. And whether it's in more of the academics or more so in the creative side of things, coming to SCAD, we're going to take care of you and help you in that regard.
And one quick question, Fernando, while I have you, for our California students, how do they seem to fare in Georgia? How does that transition go?
Yeah, funny enough, we have quite a bit of California students in Georgia. California and New Jersey seems to be the trend. I'm actually from New Jersey myself, so it's funny, I go to Savannah as a student, and I thought I was getting away from everything, and then I see all these New Jersey license plates. It's kind of crazy. But no, we actually see a whole bunch of California students in SCAD, and the transition seems to be very seamless. Whether you're going to Atlanta or Savannah, both locations are different, but they both you're still getting the same education, the same awesome professors, the industry professional professors, and this same environment of creativity in both locations also. So I think, both locations just in general are really great and has seemed to be a really great transition for all students, especially those in California. And based off what I've seen in my conversations with students, both prospects and current students, the transition always seems to be great. And, I hear nothing but great things from California students.
Perfect. Thank you. And I do see a question in the chat or in the Q&A. Sarah, a question. Do you want to read this for Sarah Simpson?
Yes, thank you. That's perfect. So Sarah, we have a question. Do students, I know one of the requirements was a high school diploma. So some of our students earn a certificate of completion. And I know you were talking a little bit about a test at the beginning. Is that high school diploma a hard and fast rule? Do you have other opportunities if you do not have a high school diploma?
As long as it's a high school equivalency, so it can be a GED or whatever, but we need high school transcripts and all that. They do have to have graduated, somehow have an equivalency from high school. And then our testing is going to be, it's just algebra. So algebra 1 is basic. We just need to know that you have a basic understanding, because in our trade, we use a lot of math. So super important.
Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. It looks like we are right at time. So thank you all for joining us. It's very special thank you to our presenters tonight. Again, this information will be posted on this SDUHSD College and Career Events website. And if you have any questions, please reach out to your high school counselor. We thank you for joining us and hope you all have a great night. Take care.